Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, December 17th, and Barn Kitty and I, hi Barn Kitty, are out here getting around, doing a few things before the vet arrives. One of the things is I made her a wreath as a gift. I hope she's not allergic to cedar. I need to ask her. But anyway, I made her a wreath as a gift and also got her a few little goodies here in a basket for when she comes. Now it's time to go get Hershey up in the barn and get a halter on him. He is halter broke, but I haven't really handled him a lot since we halter broke him, just to kind of give him some time to, I like to work with him a while and then let him be loose for about 6 or 8 months and kind of live and be horses, and then we start again. So I'm gonna get Hershey up in the barn and get Flame where I can clean her foot and look at it. And we're going to get on with our day. So, yeah, so it is the 17th day of Vlogmas. Well, I got him up. I got his halter on him. I got Flame up. She's peeking out the door over there. I'm in the process of cleaning out my tack room and cleaning all the stalls and everything. I kind of got stopped when school got really busy, so it's been sitting here a while gathering dust. So I'm going to quickly sweep up the aisles before Doc A gets here. And that way we'll be ready to get started when she gets here. Hershey's getting sleepy.
Very.
Sylvester's going, I know what's about to happen to you. There you go. Good boy.
Bad about that.
You can't
even script that. I may get you to hold his head.
Okay.
It helps me to find his vein in all
Good
this
boy.
hair.
You're okay. I know. You're getting sleepy. It's okay. You're going night-night for a minute. You'll be a whole new man when you wake up.
Isn't that Hershey? That was hilarious. He tried to bite me. Sedated. All right.
Poor little Sylvester's like, buddy, I'm sorry for you. They come from a bloodline that's all named after candy bars.
Okay.
Apparently the owners had a candy company. I don't know. So I inadvertently named him Hershey without realizing that.
That.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. His mom's name was Kit Kat.
His daddy Snickers.
Yeah. His dad, I think, was Milky Way.
Okay. Just waiting on you, bud.
So you just holding his head so he don't bonk it when he lays down.
And it's easier too. You'll just kind of keep them straight when they go to the ground.
He's about to go.
Yeah, they don't tend to tangle their legs up near as badly. You know, get in those real awkward positions. I don't fight them. I just try and keep their heads pretty straight.
Uh-huh.
And like you said, so they don't just bash them to the ground.
I'm going to sleep. So what's the smallest mini you've ever worked on?
I mean, I work on mini foals.
Oh yeah, so they're tiny little things.
Yeah, they're little bitty. Probably, I guess
There
that
he
little
goes.
filly was 3 days old when I worked on her.
Aw.
A little mini foal.
Is that the one you had to make the special shoes for?
No, I didn't make her shoes. Well, our blanket didn't work so well. Hey, there we go.
There you go, little boy. It's alright.
A lot of
How come you do that? Just out of curiosity.
because the drugs dilate their pupils.
Oh, you don't want the sun.
and I don't
hurting
want the
your eyes.
sun to burn his
Retinas.
retina.
There's your science moment for today. It's alright, Sylvester.
What are you talking about? The eye issues
Mhm.
and
Feet.
feet. But usually, like those foals, if I'm going to get them, they're going to be for eye issues. And little 3-day-old filly, her eyelids rolled in, so her
Ooh.
eyelashes were touching her cornea.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
No, so that sets her up to have corneal ulcers.
Which we know all about those.
But what you can do is, if you get to them early enough, and she already had a little bit of a corneal abrasion, is you inject penicillin into the eyelids.
Uh-huh.
And it does two things. First, it's going to make them bigger and push them out.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is the antibiotics. Every time that thing blinks, it's going to wash over that corneal ulcer, and it's an irritant. So about 2/3 of the time, that alone will fix their entropion.
Cool.
They won't ever roll back under again.
Yeah. Sylvester's going in the barn. Okay. Good luck, little guy. Here's Hershey. He's waking up from his procedure. So, Dr. Angel is my good friend, and she's going to explain to you why we do this.
So, one of the main reasons that we gild male horses is to reduce aggressive behavior, particularly in a herd type setting, but also long term it's better for their health. You don't have to deal with any type of testicular cancer or torsion, or just the trouble they get in by being a stallion and being ornery.
Yeah, or unwanted pregnancies.
And too, there's so many unwanted horses right now, and you know the horse market is pretty poor because of things like this. You don't gild a stallion and he breeds 3 or 4 mares, and then you still don't gild him, and 3 and 4 turns into 6 to 8, and then it just exponentially goes up. So it's pretty simple just to gild 1 and prevent 10 more from occurring.
And it's not an invasive procedure at all.
No.
I didn't film it because I know people don't like that, but it's not invasive.
No, it's not invasive, and actually a castration is considered a closed surgery, meaning you do not enter the abdominal cavity, versus like a female spay where you actually open the abdomen. A castration is a closed surgery, like I said, because you're just staying on the exterior half of the body.
Yeah, so he'll have basically no post-op recovery time.
No, he'll experience some mild swelling for the next 4 or 5 days, and after that, he'll be good to go.
So he can basically just go back out in the pasture once he wakes up.
Yes, he needs to go back to his herd where he will move around. The biggest thing is if they stand still, it increases their amount of swelling. So I prefer for these little guys to go right back to their daily routine as soon as possible.
Well, I'm sure he will. And we had his eyes covered up so the sun wouldn't bother him, so I'm standing here shading his eyes. He should wake up just any time now.
Yeah, usually, you know, they'll lay down for a good 30 to 45 minutes depending on their personality and how gentle they are beforehand. So I expect Hershey to be up in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
And here comes Gusty to say hello.
Here comes our friends.
Hey, Gus. He's back up, so we'll let him stay here for a little while, and then we'll turn him back out with his group in a little bit. Well, we have it straight from the vet. Luna is a girl. Luna is officially a girl because I had the vet look at her. So Luna is a girl, so I was right the first time. She did say that she had some kind of fuzzy puffs back there that could be confused for boy parts, but Luna is a girl. I've got a roast and some vegetables on here to cook, slow cook, while I'm out doing the rest of my chores today, so I don't have to cook supper tonight. I like to use my crock pot whenever I can. I mean, I know people have Instapots, and I haven't converted over to those yet, but I've got my crock pot on here, and it'll slow cook all afternoon, and that way tonight I'll have supper ready. It is a gloriously beautiful day here. The temperatures are wonderful. The sun is out. It is a perfect day to get some things done outside. So I'm gonna finish trimming these mini horses and turn everybody out. And then I have to still feed the rabbits. But once I'm done with that, I think I may go mow some pastures for a while. To try to get a little ahead of that while I have pretty weather. Hey, Hershey. So he's back up and walking around like normal. So I think I can go ahead and open the gates. Yeah, I'm a good boy. Okay, so Laura asked me what I did when I trimmed hooves, and this little mare is severely foundered on her front end. There's not much I can do to make her feet look normal, but I can trim off the parts that are making it painful for her to walk. And also her back feet need a good trim. So I use just nippers to trim off the excess. They're not much different than nail clippers for us. They just have longer handles for more leverage. And I trim very carefully. I don't trim a lot off at once because I'm not a trained professional by any stretch of the imagination, but I can clean her feet up. So that's what I'm gonna do. So Laura had asked me about what I do when I trim. So I have my nippers here, which I already showed you. The first thing I'm gonna do, I've already trimmed one back foot on this little mare. This is my little foundered mare, Little Miss. Her front feet curl up, which is a sign that she's been foundered. They will never grow normally, probably, again. She came to me this way. Her story is she was left in a backyard in a town in South Arkansas. Her and Sylvester and another mini were left in the backyard by some people, and when they moved away. And some well-meaning people bought a sack of feed and threw it over in there. Well, you can't do that with these little miniature horses. If they eat too much, they tend to founder. And founder is a broad word for hoof problems. And it shows up in a lot of cases as foot pain, or their feet grow weird in her case. What I'm doing right now is trimming the underneath part of her foot where it tends to curl in, where she's walking on her hoof wall instead of on her sole. And then I'm gonna give her a little bit of a break. On her back foot, she just has gotten a little bit long. So what I'll do on this back foot is just trim off a little bit of toe so she's not having to rock back on her heels. Their hooves are essentially the same thing as our fingernails, and they continue to grow. So you can cut them and it's not painful to the horse, but just like with us, you don't want to cut into the quick. You don't want to quick them. So I trim very carefully because I'm not a trained professional by any means. Good girl. And I've got her tied up here for safety, hers and mine both, so she's not moving around too much. So I'll start with make her step over. Step over. Good girl. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing with this back foot. The first thing I'll do is clean it out. Good foot. Good girl. So I'll clean it out with my hoof cleaner. And that's a good time to just look for any hoof problems, fungal infections, cracks, that kind of stuff. On these little minis, they're prone to foundering because they really don't need a lot of feed. It's all right. You're a good girl. And especially they don't need a high starch or a high protein. I feed these guys a special miniature horse and pony feed that is low starch. You're fine. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did on the other side. I'm just gonna trim off very little at a time, but I'm gonna trim off the excess toe. No, no, good girl. Trim off the excess toe. And these clippers, like I said, are really no different than fingernail clippers to you and me. She just gets tired of me holding up her back foot because that throws more weight on her front. And her front feet hurt her. I know they do, because in her case of founder, easy, what happened was the soles of her feet got soft, and her what's called her cannon bones rotate when their feet get soft, and their cannon bones rotate down. So her feet get sore. This is Leaf, and she's much more straightforward. Her hooves are just long. She doesn't have any issues. Her hooves are just long and need a trim. And there's an extra horse in here because Leaf is my little mare that can't see very well, and Charlie is her buddy, so I let them stay together. So this is Charlie, keeping an eye out for Leaf, literally. But, good girl. Easy. Got good feet. Yes. Got good feet. Just gotta trim them a little shorter. Just gotta trim them a little shorter. That sounded kind of like Sally. Or maybe Charlie. That one's still a little. Good girl. Look. One more. I'll be done. Look, easy. Just a second and we will be done and y'all can go. All done. All done. All right, come on, Leaf, let's go. Come on, Charlie. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, we're gonna let you go. Good girl. Okay, everybody's got feet trimmed that needed it. Yeah. Y'all don't need it. Well, Sally, you actually do need it, but I don't know if you'd even let me today, so, well, that foot was hurt, but you look all right. Okay, we're done. Nosy donkeys. Hello, nosy donkeys. Hello, nosy donkeys. Nosy donkeys. Nosy donkeys. Nosy donkeys. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Hi, Sally. Okay, I gotta go feed the bunny rabbit. Well, it's a warm day and the bees are out and about, which is, I'm glad to see this one hive being active because the lid blew off of it one cold, windy evening and I was afraid they had died. But they seem to still be fairly active. My other two hives over there look good and this one looks good. The bad thing is there's no food for them right now, so they've got their bee patties in there that they can get to feed on. So that's why I put those bee patties in back sometime earlier this month for them to have for feeding, because out flying around uses energy and there's no naturally blooming food source right now. Hey girl, you liking this pretty weather? Look at them big paws. Look at them big paws. Yeah, Mr. Bashful won't come out over there. You will, you're a good girl. Big paws. Yeah, pretty girl. A pretty girl. Hey. That sun feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, that sun feels good. Oh, I see that bashful baby back there. Hi, baby. Hi, little baby. You're not so little anymore. You're a pretty girl. Liking that sun, huh? Feels good dozing in that sun. You pretty girls. Pretty girls. Decided I would take advantage of this beautiful day that we're having and do some mowing in my horse pasture. There's a lot of dead grass here, but there's still some green stuff down under it. So maybe if I mow that down, the horses will be able to benefit from it. So there's a lot of sage grass too, this tall stuff that you see. That's all sage grass. So I'm gonna get this mowed down a little bit, make it look a little nicer too. Well, the donkeys have found where I've been mowing. It looks much better now. It looks more like this over here. On the other side of those thorn trees when I started. I'm going to do that part maybe tomorrow. They're finding the tender green stuff down in here. This is where there was an old barn that fell down. I was trying to rehab it and we had an ice storm and it took it the rest of the way down. My dad built it when I was about 8 years old and I remember climbing around on it, handing him buckets of nails and stuff while he was working on it. But it's gone now. I've scrapped some of it and I've let people come get salvageable materials and stuff out of it. I need to get these thorn trees cut. I've got someone who owes me some money and they're supposed to be coming to do some cutting some thorn trees for me, but we see these are still standing, so I don't know if that's going to work out or not, but one way or the other this spring they're going to get cut. show you this really beautiful skein of yarn that Laura sent me. It's called Radioactive. It's by End of the World. And it is their 4-ply superwash merino nylon. And the colorway again is called Radioactive, which reminds her of me being a physicist. I just think this is gorgeous. Sorry, I've got peppermint in my mouth. It's self-striping yarn. So I'm going to make the wibbly wobbly cowl, and I found some buttons that have the old atomic power symbol on there. I'm gonna put those on it. I think they'll be perfect. Hi, Lucky. What you doing? I'm not eating. You're a good sweet face. You have a sweet face. I love you. Yes, you're a good boy. I'm just relaxing now. I've got some laundry going. I've eaten a little bit of supper, and I'm working on my Project Peace Cowl. I laid out some more minis from my advent calendar from Laura here to continue on up. Yeah, I think those will look pretty together. We'll see. I'm gonna not use up all of this teal and put it at the top also, because it kind of ties into that one. I don't know how far I'll get with all these, but I'm gonna keep adding until I get completely done. I've got one of my progress keepers from Shirley on there that she sent me, and Simon approves. There, I'm watching West Wing. So I think I'm going to close out Vlogmas for today. I hope that you've enjoyed the videos today. They were kind of farm heavy, very little craftiness, but I hope you enjoyed getting a little glimpse into what we do kind of here day to day on the farm. And I will see y'all again. So until I see y'all again, be good to each other and take care of each other. And what is it, Simon? Peace out. Bye, y'all.